I can't get you out of my head. I don't care who you are. I try to hide it so that no one knows what I bet to show. When you look into my eyes, I do nothing. I don't care. As long as you love me, baby. As long I try to hide it so that no one knows what I guess is sure. When you look into my eyes. Join in. First commenter. Drop your comments. Don't waste time. Drop your comments. Let us talk. We are here. I'm here for you guys. Drop your comment. This beautiful girl is here once again. Drop your comments. I try, I cry silently. Yes, join in, guys. Join in. Join in. I cry, so I cry hopelessly, cause I know I'll never join in. Join in. Let's talk. Let's share the story. The story of my life. I'm searching for the voice in the running me. Sorrow in my soul, but it seems I really lost my company. And he's not a man, and that is not a lie. The reason why the sky is blue. Join in, guys. Let's wait. Because I'm going in, because I'm gonna get. And then, well, I know that he knows I'm unfaithful and it kills. Flomel, first Cheetah Queen. What's up today? I do. Hi, Cheetah King. How are you? My Cheetah King. How are you? Well, I know that he knows I'm unfaithful when it kills him inside. To know that I am happy with some other guy. I can see him dying. I don't want to do this anymore. Lion King, woo! I've got the eyes of a tiger, fire dancing through the night. I am a champion, and you're gonna know he DIY. I'm standing there, and you're gonna hear me roll louder, louder. Join in. How are you, Lion King? You are the Lion King, Simba. Warwick Shah. How are you, Warwick Shah? How are you? What have you did today? What have you no? Just eating and watching movies and chatting with you guys. Okay? Join me. Let's talk about the story of my life. I'm singing a song for you, Rihanna song, because I'm gonna tell my story. Well, I know that he knows I'm unfaithful and it kills him inside. I worry, worry to know that I am happy with some other guy. I'm happy with some other. I can see him dying. I don't wanna do this anymore. I don't wanna be the reason why. Every time I walk out the door, I see him that little more inside. Do you like Whitney Houston? Yes. I don't want to hurt him anymore. I don't want to take it. New hair too? No, this is the same hair. I just combed it. I don't want to be a murderer. I too need help. How are you? Da, 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 da. Join in. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hi, I love your hair. Thank you so much. I just combed it. Thank you, Willow. Where are you watching from? Willow. Willow. I join in, baby. Join in. You guys should join in. Join in, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Willow. Willow Smith. Are you Willow Smith? Which Willow are you? Which Willow? Love you too, Willow. Dancing challenge. Do you think I have? I don't have the strength to dance today. I don't have, but I have the strength to sing because I'm going to tell you guys the story of my life. The story of my life. So get your handkerchief and your handkerchief, your bucket, because you guys are going to shed tears. What is your? I don't like romantic movies. That's it. I don't like it. I like more of action movies like The Transformer, like Jackie Chan and Jet Li movies, Kung Fu. I like The Dawn. I like Spider Man, Superman. I like the nun. I also like scary movies like the nun. I like the Mummy. I like Lord. The Lord of the Rings, the originals. Yeah, but romantic movies, I don't like romantic movies. I don't watch romantic movies. Start dancing. No, I don't have the strength to dance today. I don't have the strength. I had a very stressful day today, and so I don't have the strength to dance. Kung Fu movies are great. Bruce Lee. Yes, Bruce Lee. I like Bruce Lee too. I like Bruce Lee. Yeah. So I enjoy movies like that. Romantic movies makes me feel like love is not real. Love is not real. So I don't watch it. I know most of Mexican movies are almost and Indian movies. Love you, love you, love you, love you. No. So I don't watch the romantic movies. I like more of action. Any movie without action is boring to me. If it is not action movie, it is not comedy, it's a no for me. Yeah, it's a no for me. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another year in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. And yes, the romance movies are make believe. I'm telling you. And you see some people falling, if I are falling into this trap of watching romantic, thinking that everything they see on romantic movies are real. That's why you see so many relationships like going through, because they've they've been watching romantic movies too much. Horror movies, yes, the Nun too. I like no the Nun one. I like the Nun one. I do not like the Nun two. I like also what they call it, um the Lord of the Rings. I also like the Mummies. I also like scary movie, uh, scary movie, and so on. Yeah. So that's it. So that's why I don't really have time for what they call it. I don't really have time for this kind of movies, romantic movies. Okay, I'm not saying that true love does not exist, but the way they portray it in romantic movies is not real. So that's why some people, because they've watched too much of romantic movies, they feel that it is real, and that's why they go into relationship with the mindset of what they've watched. That's why scary movie is comedy. Some scary movies are not. I don't think scary movies. Scary movie is not comedy. It's still scary, but not too scary, sha. But not too like. It's not too scary. I am the best Nagger and Ethiopia fan. Yes, Ethiopia. So, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? And if you're new to this channel, my name is Blessing and I am a Nigerian. And so I do some crazy stuff on my live stream. I don't pretend, okay? I don't pretend on my live stream. This is me, okay? Except that when you see me eating, that does not mean that's the only time I pretend, because that's not how I eat, okay? I'm a very classic lady, a very classic lady. It's just that sometimes I try to be funny, I try to be crazy on my live stream, but that doesn't make me that, that type of person you see when you see me eating with my fingers, okay? So for you guys to start saying she's a village girl, I'm not a village girl. I want to ask guys, do you like this my background, like the background, the curtains, or do you like the previous one? Do you like the previous curtains, or you like this one? Tell me. Don't make it better. You don't sing it like I do. Mm, 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 mm. Da, 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 da. Joining guys, joining, drop your comments. Someone said you like my hair. This is not a new hairstyle. I just combed it. Before going to bed, I'm going to like roll it so it doesn't shrink. At least for now, let's manage this look. Yeah. So join here, join here. Some of you said I should come and dance on live stream. I don't want to dance on live stream because I have a reason, and I don't want to stand up. I don't want to stand up because I have a reason. Let me I don't want to stand up because what I'm wearing is very short, and no, I don't want to reduce my bride price. So that's why I'm not going to stand up. I think my face is kind of like oily. So while we are waiting, let me have some baby powder on my face. Don't make a chicken. They don't say you like I do. Mhm. Tomorrow is my free day, so I can stay here for 2 hours. It's not a problem. It's my free day. I'm trying to gather my energy. I hate a lot of food. So telling me to dance, I have to gather that energy that I've lost so far. I think it's okay now. I think I like my face because my face was becoming too oily, and I was becoming I was looking something different. So that's why I think I like my face like this now. So join in, guys. How are you doing? Good morning. What time is it before you say good morning? This is 11:50, just 5 minutes from midnight. So how are you doing? Yeah. How do you guys? You saw my dressing right this afternoon. How do you like it? Before we begin, because I promised you I was going to share my story, and I was going to share my story. So just say something. And before we begin, I want you to bring a napkin or a bucket because you're going to be sharing tears. I like saying this story over and over again because I feel that the world needs to know my story. I use my story as um, how do I say? Use it to learn because whenever I go out, I always hear people talking about bad news, like bad news. They talk about depression. They talk about especially those that are suffering from functional depression. Because depression doesn't mean seeing somebody always like this. That's not what depression. Yes, there are people. Some people you always see them like this. However, try to take note of those who always smile or jump up like me. I'm not saying I'm going through functional depression. I'm not going through functional depression. If I am going through depression, I would have said it. I would have said, please, guys, I'm going through depression. Please help me. I'm not going through any functional depression. But there are so many people out there. You see them putting a smile on their face, you see them dancing. Like, for example, let's say the issue of One Direction, the guy that died. If you noticed, if you look at his face, the guy that died, I don't know if you guys know One Direction, right? What's his name again? I think he died this year. Was it this year or last year? It's this year. Yeah. If you look at his face, he was always going to perform on stage, smiling. But when you look at his eyes, you know this guy is in pain. Check out and look at people who are always smiling, laughing, jumping, dancing, you know, pretending that everything is okay. They are not okay. They are going through a depression, and that's what we call functional depression. So that's why it is always good for you to check on your loved ones or friends. Anyone you see that are before you, they are always moody, and all of a sudden they are smiling, pretending to be okay. Please ask them something is wrong. And that's why some of them they won't tell you until they end up taking their own life, because people don't believe them that they are going through depression. And also another thing too, if anyone tells you, please, I am going through depression, please do not tell them, okay, you're not going through depression. Do you know what depression means? This is the mistake people make. At least appreciate them for coming out to tell you that, oh, I am going through depression. Because it's someone who goes through depression that needs help. And because they come to you to tell you, oh, I am going through depression, please do not ignore them. I remember some years back, I was telling people then, I am going through depression. And no one believed me. They were like, I should go check the dictionary and see the meaning of depression. Me opening up to tell you then that I'm going to depression, they all laugh over it like and make me feel like I'm joking. But I had to help myself to come out of that depression, and I don't see myself going back to that depression. So always work, be there to work, listen. The rate at which people are killing themselves is becoming alarming. I told myself I'm not going to be going to Facebook or any social media platform because it's actually affecting me, because I see people killing themselves every day because of life, because they're tired of life. Some jumping into lagoons, some jumping into deep sea, some drinking poison. In Nigeria, there's one thing they call sniper. You see people drinking sniper. Some pointing a gun on their head and killing themselves. All because of what? They are tired of life. Maybe because of financial crisis, and some of them maybe because of marital issues, or maybe some of them because of maybe they could not give birth to a child. Maybe their mates are giving birth to children, and because they have fertility issues, you see them. Some of them could be maybe they 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 are owing people money or they are in debt, and people are troubling them. Some of them maybe due to the loss of their loved ones, you see them committing suicide. Some of them due to marital issues, maybe marrying, having a narcissist as a partner. But ask yourself, is that enough reason why you should take your life? When you want to take your life, try to find out other people's problem. Then you can now check yourself and say, no, I don't see why people should. Yes, I know. I don't see why one should just wake up one morning and say, okay, and let me, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, if you're owing people or maybe going through financial crisis, why not speak out? Speak out. Tell people about your problem, and people would, yes, tell people, they will help you. If you're going through an abusive marriage, speak out. Speak up. Don't keep it to yourself. Speak up. There are people out there that would listen. If you're going through any kind of, no matter, or the death of a loved one, come, speak up. Share your problem, rather than taking that decision of taking your life, because it's a sin. The God that created you values life. So you taking your life shows that you do not appreciate the life that God gave you. And do you think that God will be happy that you took your life? No, because God values life. Even the life of an embryo or a fetus. God valued the life of a fetus. Let it not alone. A full grown human. And now you're killing yourself, jumping into the lagoon. No, that's not it. No. So I'm here to share my story. I've said it several times on my platform. I have said it several times here, and I don't care the numbers of people that would listen. I don't care, even if it's this. But I just want you to get a point from the story I'm about to share. Because when I say I want to do something, I will do it. So my story begins this way. Story time. Story. 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 Once upon a time. Once upon a time. So first, let me drink water. Let me go and drink water, because before I start the story, let me go drink this water, because I need to tell the story, so that if you are contemplating of taking your life, when you listen to my story, maybe this story would make you want to what? Change your mind from taking your life, because I don't like hearing people talking about um, taking their own lives. So let me go and drink water, because what this is going to be a long talk. So if you like, stay. If you like, don't stay. I'm still going to share that story. Let me go drink water. I'll be right back. Die. This is so free. So I am back. So I want to use this medium now to share my story, so that if you are contemplating about taking your life, so this person you're seeing here came from a very wonderful family, a very happy family. Okay, very happy family. In fact, when you see my siblings, you've seen me. I don't joke with my siblings. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. Now, this person later in life got married to a very cute and wonderful husband. That's me. I'm talking about it. A very wonderful husband who was my first love, as my first love. I really loved him. Okay, I got married, and the marriage was a very big, flamboyant wedding. You know that kind of wedding, right? Yeah, things were things were rosy. I was doing good in my business because I had a very big business. I was doing good in my business. Then it got to a point I stopped working because my husband then is the type that doesn't really wanted me to work just to stay. No, wanted me to work. Yes, it was actually providing for my needs anyway, but I've always been a workaholic. Like, so I stopped working. Then thinking life would be so sweet and rosy, with my happy family, siblings, beautiful, beautiful husband, beautiful. Now my in-laws were so sweet. My mother-in-law, my brother-in-law were so sweet. They treated me like a member of their family. Then, unfortunately, things started turning around. I lost my mother-in-law, my then, and also lost my brother-in-law. That doesn't mean I had other brother-in-laws too. They treated me well and everything. I don't have any, I don't have anything against my in-laws. Okay, I don't have anything against them. Even if I have a failed marriage. So then I my marriage was supposed to be 8 years. 8 years. And remember, I said the person I got married to was my first love. And this is someone that I have known for 14 good years of my life, 6 years of dating, and 8 years of marriage. Now imagine you getting married and looking for the fruit of the womb, looking for the fruit of the womb, looking for children, but children were not coming. Children were not coming. Then all of a sudden, I started having kids, but it ended up in miscarriages. First one, I got pregnant, ended up with miscarriage, a twin pregnancy, but I lost it. The second one, yeah, the first one I got pregnant. That was last year. Last year, last year, I got pregnant. No, not last year. Like 2 years ago, I got pregnant, and it was a twin pregnancy. I was expecting twins, but it ended up in miscarriage. The second one was, I'm not gonna give you the full story. The time will come when I'm gonna give the main story of what really happened, why I lost the first pregnancy. The second one too, I lost it. Now let's move to the third one. Remember now, life was becoming. I was thinking life was something very rosy. Then I started having issues in my marriage. I started having serious issues in my marriage. I'm not gonna go into details because I don't kiss and tell. I always say it. I don't want to go into details. Like, no. I started having issues in my marriage. And after having issues in my marriage, during when I was still pregnant and there were issues, misunderstanding and everything like that, then I got a call. Your dad is sick. Seriously sick. And I was pregnant. I think I was around 6 months pregnant. And this pregnancy was kind of like was giving me a lot of issues. I was always visiting the hospital and everything. Your dad is sick. Your dad is unconscious. Your dad is in a semi coma. Semi coma. Imagine that kind of news when you're pregnant. Yes, I was worried. I was still in my marriage anyway. I wanted someone I could just lay my head like and to comfort me, like, oh, everything's gonna be all right. But I was all alone. But when I noticed that my marriage was not, there's nothing that can be done in my marriage. Well, things happen. Fast forward, I went to see my father and my mother, and we both took care of him with my siblings. We tried our best to see how we could save his life, you know. And my father really struggled to live. He was actually waiting for me to give birth because as at that time I was 7 months pregnant. He tried. He was asking me, when are you going to give birth? When are you going to give birth? I said, Daddy, I don't know. I don't know. Even though I know the method I was going to give birth, because they told me I was going to give birth through cesarean section due to some complications in the pregnancy. My dad waited, always looking at my stomach, shedding tears in his bed, you know. And he was like, when are you going to give birth? I said, Daddy, I don't know. My dad was so sick. Unfortunately, on the 16th of September, my father died. And I watched him dying. I was there when he died and was pregnant. And as at that time, I was 9 months pregnant. And I wanted to scream. But you know what? I wanted to scream, but I said, no, let me not cry. Because if I should cry, it would affect the baby in my stomach. So I was acting like a strong woman. Others were crying. I was there because I was trying to protect my baby. The next day, the doctor told me, you have to come to the hospital. Immediately, my dad died in the evening. By this time, in the evening. And the doctor said, Blessing, you have to come to the hospital. Somebody would have said, okay, my father just died. Why should I go to the hospital? I had to go to the hospital then. I had to go to the hospital. And the doctor said, you know what, Blessing? We have to book you for CS. The next day, you must come to the hospital. We have to place you on admission. We are going to give birth to this baby. We're going to remove this baby on the 19th. My father died on the 16th. I went to the hospital on the 17th. I was admitted in the hospital on the 18th, preparing my body for CS on the 19th. We, they had to tear me open, like, and give and remove the baby and the tumor. And the tumor that was the size of a football. And the baby came out. Beautiful baby, like, you know when you see a beautiful baby, like, very clean, beautiful baby. Like, this baby doesn't even look like me. But the baby actually looks like the father anyway. But very beautiful. I was happy. I was like, thank God. At least I lost my father. At least there is a measure of, at least this baby is going to like cover the pain that. And that was how I took my baby home 3 days after my cesarean section and surgery, because it was two surgeries. I had two surgeries that day, and it was a 50-50. I would have lost my life. It was a very complicated surgery that most people, when they do it, they die. But I survived it. I'm a survivor. I took my baby home after 3 days of going to the hospital, nursed her, even though she was not taking breast milk, but I still forced her to take breast milk. I never knew that more problem was coming my way. 3 days later, that's making it 6 day, my baby became sick and I rushed her to the hospital. Imagine me running around with a baby with my mom and my auntie, and my sister. Imagine me 6 days after surgery, I could not walk. I gave my baby a hug, started singing lullaby. Baby, you'll be fine. Singing all the lullaby that I know. We rushed her to the hospital. The hospital that we rushed her to, they said, sorry, we don't have the facility to take care of your baby. This is the part I've not told you. We don't have the facility. My baby was struggling to live. She was struggling, and I was praying. I was crying. I was crying. We took her to a good hospital. The doctor tried to save her life. Started putting things, cut her hair, you know, because her veins were collapsing. So they had to cut her hair and insert something into her, at least just to make her, because she was getting weak. I was praying. I told God, God, please save my baby. Please save my baby. I was crying all by myself. I said, God, please answer my prayer. Tapping my baby. The doctor was like, Blessing, you can't stay in this room. We have to book you. We have to take you to another room because you yourself, you need medical attention. Because I just gave birth 3 CS and I had surgery. So they took me to another room. I was praying, God, please, Allah, save my baby's life. Save my baby's life. I could not eat. Everyone was with the baby. I was hopeful that my baby would come out alive. The next day, everyone gathered. The doctor came, and the doctor was, "Hello, Blessing, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine." He's like, "Have you taken your bath?" I said, "Yes." "Have you eaten?" I said, "Little." He was like, "Blessing, I want to tell you something. Blessing, we tried to save your baby's life, but we lost her." And that was when I screamed. I was like, everybody held me. I was like, held me. The doctor was looking at me, should in case anything happened, maybe they could rush me to the ICU. But there was this woman that typed to me and said, Blessing, because she too lost her daughter too. Before she lost her daughter, and also her baby, her daughter and her grandson during childbirth, and she was like, Blessing, don't cry, Blessing, don't worry, you know you're still not strong, don't cry. I was shocked. I went back home. I was crying and crying for days. I was crying. My mom was like crying too, like I'm about to lose my daughter. I can't see my watch my daughter in pain. My mom was crying too. But do you know what made me to stop crying? Seeing my mother losing her husband and losing her granddaughter, and me, if I was not careful, she would lose me too. And my younger sister would have like, because I'm very close to my younger sister. I decided like, no, I need to what? I can't kill myself because of my baby died. Yes, I felt the pain. I cried and cried and cried for days. They had to hide all my baby things I bought. Hide it somewhere so I don't see it. I don't see it. Thinking that's my problem after everything, after losing my baby, everything would no. That was also then after that I had to change environment. I had to move to another city. Left everything behind me, everything I had behind me, moved to another city to what? To try to what? Forget about the pain, to forget about the trauma. Then when I went to the other city, I thought things were going to get better. No. I had then I started looking for a job because mind you, when it happened in July, I stopped working till July, August, September, October, November, December. I was taking care of myself all by myself. So all the money I saved so far, I used it in medical stuff, like paying my medical bills and medical bills, my surgery. And surgery in Nigeria is very expensive, especially when you perform two surgery, millions and millions of naira. I did it all by myself, paid for it, took care of my baby, bought the best things for her because I wanted my baby to expensive things for her. I wanted my baby to be looking so nice. She's what give I gave her the best. Then after that, my father died, the funeral. We started preparing for my father's funeral, we buried him. I moved to another city. Then I started looking for a job, like. But thank God, those jobs I had before I stopped working, they told me, come back, Blessing, come back, we love your services. So in January, first week of January, I told them I was going to come back. So I came back to this city, Lagos. But before I came back to Lagos, I had to get myself like an apartment. I still, so I got myself that one. Now, thinking that my problem would be when I got to Lagos, things were so difficult for me, so difficult for me. Like, even to feed was a problem. That's why I was doing live stream. Remember last year, I've been footing bills. I did surgery. I spent a lot of money, a lot of money. Yet, even my baby's funeral, I was the one who footed my baby's funeral, my dad's funeral. Even though my family they assisted me in one way or the other. Coming back to Lagos after getting myself an accommodation, things were so difficult for me. I've never lived this kind of life before. Like I will suffer. I've always been getting what I want. I was living a soft life, a very soft life, not knowing that at January period things were so tough. To eat was a problem. But I had a sibling that lives close by, and he said, "No, I can't see my sister suffering like this." So he was always sending me food. Sometimes my mom will send me money, and sometimes I feel so bad that she was always doing that, sending me money, and my brother sending me food. That month of January period. I'm just trying to tell you the problem I faced. This part, you guys did not know this part. Then February, I did not abandon. Do you know what happened? Just because that's what I was going through all this problem. I told God, I said, God, I will not abandon you. If you could, if you could allow my baby to die, or my father, that's why I prayed. There could be a reason for allowing some certain things to happen. Even though I questioned God when my daughter died, I said, God, why? Why would you allow my baby to die? Why? Is it that you do not love me? I questioned God. Yes, it's normal as a human to question God. But later, I said, no, why should I? What else? What do I have? I've lost the people that loved me. I lost my baby, lost everything. So if I should abandon God, who will I now run to when I'm in problems? So I said, no, God, the way you allow this thing to happen, I'm still not going to leave you. It's better. So I never abandoned God. So fast forward January, I was telling you things were so difficult, like so hard. Then because I did not abandon God, do you know what God? You know what happened? February, ending of February, those things I lost in terms of finance, I started getting them back. You know, I started getting them back without even me doing anything. Money was coming from different angles. Opportunities were coming from different angles. Look at somebody that, as at January, she was finding it difficult to feed. After spending a lot of money last year to bury her daughter and surgeries and hospital stuff, January, February ending, I started seeing opportunities, different jobs from year, year, year. God blessed me. God saw my pain, and God said, "No, you have been so faithful to me despite all the problems." And God blessed me. And look at it. I'm still not where I should be before all this thing happened, but at least I am better than before. So that is what I'm telling you guys. That's the summary of whatever you are going through in life, do not abandon God. There's sometimes certain things God allows some certain things to happen. So, but we remember we thinking God is a selfish God. Why did He not do this? Why did He not? Because I felt that way too. But because I told myself, no, I have no place to run to, I decided to stick to God, and God eventually what answered my prayers. Don't take your life. Like hearing my story is enough reason for me to say, okay, I am tired of life. I want to end it all. I am tired. The problems are just too much for me. As a January period, as at July, August, September, October, November, December. January. 7 months. I would have told God, God, all these tribulations and temptations and everything, I would have ended my life. But no, I did not. I did not because I was like, I said, no, God, you're the only one I have. I don't have anybody. I lost my marriage, lost everything, lost my baby, lost everything. I cannot lose God. And now God decided to answer my prayers. So do not abandon God if you're going through a lot in this life. Don't ever do it. Always remember the book of Job. Job went through tribulations. Even if I did not suffer like Job, but I went through my story is similar to Job. The only thing that I was not yeah, the only thing I never had Job really suffered. But I did not like suffer the way Job did. But did Job abandon God? No. Even when his wife told him, curse God and die, Job refused to curse God and die. Even though I had the people, when all those things were happening to me, the, the devil was trying to tempt me to what abandon God and start turn my back away from God. But I refused to turn my back away from God because I feel like, wait, why should I turn my back away from God? What do I have to gain after I've lost everything? So let us just lose everything. If it is God's will that I continue to serve Him and lose everything, fine. And that was how I said no, I was not going to abandon God. And you know what? God decided to bless me, and I know that there's a purpose why God spared my life. It's now that I'm beginning to understand. I'm beginning to understand why God spared my life. I would have died in that surgery and joined my father and my baby too. But God spared my life for a purpose. Yet I don't know the purpose, but I know that it's God has something waiting for me out there. So please, whatever you're going through in life, use this my story to what? Let it give you little strength. Don't go and end your life. When there is life, there is hope. Do not abandon God, your maker. God understands your pain, and that's why God always say, please throw all your burden to me. God assures us that we should throw our problems to Him, and He would help us. And during the difficult moments of my life, when I needed people, yes, my siblings were around me, my friends were around me. The person I needed the most was not there for me. But what? I had to run to God. And God did not fail me. God is blessing me beyond measure. God is blessing me. So please, don't end your life. When there is life, there is hope. Just have strong faith in God and see how your life will turn around. Look at me. For those of you who have been following my channel since last year, and now you will see that I am even looking far better than last year. Last year I was looking miserable. I was looking so haggard. I was looking so ugly. But look at me glowing. It's not by my power. It's God. It is God. So don't ever abandon God. Don't ever take away your life, no matter what you're going through. If you're going through something, always talk to somebody. Your family. My family was there for me. They were my supportive system. My friends were there for me. They were my supportive system. Like Keep. Keep is like a sister to me. She was there for me, following me. She was in this journey. She shared my pain. Keep, if you're watching, I love you, Keep. She shared my pain. Keep, Queen. Her name is Queen. My channel name is Keep. KHIB. She was there for me when I needed someone. She was there. Isn't my friend Uche? Uche was there for me. I had good supportive system, and I was able to overcome this pain. Look at me dancing like nothing happened. Someone asked me, "Why were you? How come you're just 6 months? You should still be grieving, or 5 months to 6 months. You should still be grieving, but you're dancing in social media, singing like nothing happened. What is the secret?" And I tell them, I don't know. It's God. I don't know. God has been so good. I'm telling you, God has been so good. Just trust in God and see how your life will turn around. Don't ever underestimate the power of God in your life. I'm telling you, don't ever underestimate the power of God in your life. I had a friend one. I had a friend who wanted to commit suicide, all because of minor issues, and I had to sit him down and said, "No, why would you want to kill yourself?" So if you need someone to talk to your family. If your family does not understand you, talk to your friends. If your friend does not understand you, come to social media and listen to stories like this. You will find strength. Because I can understand that so many people out there are looking for someone to talk to, but people don't take them serious. If your family does not take you serious or friends, talk to someone, come to platform like this. And that's why I always tell people, come talk to me. I can share your pain. There's no pain. I can share your pain, no matter the pain you're going through. I can share because I've gone through the worst kind of pain. I wouldn't even pray for my enemies to go through that. I've walked through fire, but I'm here. I'm a survivor. That's why I always say I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. So that is it. If you're going through pain, talk to me. I'm always here to listen. Take me as a friend that you can ask for my shoulder to cry on because I will understand your pain better than someone that has never ever experienced pain. But the only difference is that I decided to use my pain to transform my life in a positive way, not in a negative way. That doesn't mean that I don't care about my father, I don't care about my baby. My baby will always be my baby. Even if I end up having kids in the future, even if that child will always be a part of me. My father will always be a part of me. I will never forget them. But that doesn't mean I should be grieving and crying every day by day. No, I will never. No, I won't do that. Rather, I will use this pain in a positive way to transform everything about me. So if you're going through pain or whatever you're going through, please don't allow that pain to ruin you. You can make use of that pain in a positive way. So that's my story. It's a sad story, but at the end of the day, things started turning around for me because of what? My strong faith in God. So if God can do this for me, God can also do it for you. Just trust and believe in God. And you will come out and share your own story. I just gave you a summary of everything that has happened. I've not even told you the full story. Like you, there are some certain things that you guys did not know that I shared. But this, the full story. If I start sharing it with you, if I start sharing it with you, I know most of you would run. Most of you would get angry. Like what? You went through this? Are you sure you really went through this? Like you really went through this? But I feel that there's no need to share that story, that part. There's a reason behind that. So that is it. And for those of you who have been asking, I always like to show this picture of this baby to tell you that some of you may be thinking, maybe I never loved my baby. I loved her. I was ready to spoil her if she was alive, like, give her the best. I was ready to sacrifice my life to make her. I was ready to look at the necklace to tell you that I do not want to. I wear this necklace like because this is the only thing I have. And if you look at the back, this is the name I gave to her, and the day she was born. That's because I don't want to forget about her. I will never forget about her. This is a this is the only thing I carry. In fact, I wear this everywhere I go, even though people tell me stop wearing it. I can't. I will stop wearing it when I think I'm ready, but I will never. This necklace will be with me for the rest of my life because I lost a part of me, and that's why I'm going to use this pain to transform myself. This is the baby, this beautiful baby. I don't know if you guys can see it. So that is it. So most time when I go to work, I wear it like this. It makes me feel connected, even though I know she's no longer with me, but at least she knows that I, the mother, I, 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 I loved her, and she will always be my baby, even in death. So that is it. That's all about my story. So anytime from now, I'm going to be dancing right now. So that's it. So let's just spice up the mood. So that's it. I don't feel bad sharing my story. I'm not doing this to buy sympathy, no. Because some of you, she's just, I'm not using it. I don't even want you to pity me. Don't pity me. Because even if you pity me, I'll start crying. Don't pity me. Just use my story to, and just let the story inspire you. Let the story inspire you. If I can go through this pain and still put a smile on some person's face, you can also do it. You can also do it. So let's start. I want to dance right now. Let's see. I'll try to gather the strength to dance because I had a very stressful day. Very, for those of you who have been watching me since morning, I had a very stressful day. I had a very stressful day. Let me see how this thing will look on this plate. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, I like this. It looks so nice. It looks so nice. And this it looks so nice. So that is it. I'm trying to say I'm gonna style this hair like not bad. Ouch! So that is it, guys. So what do you want to? do you want us to do to spice this mood? What do you want us to do right now? Thank you guys. Thank you guys for always supporting my channel and always bringing the best and encouraging me. I want to end this live stream and then I'll come back again. I'm coming back again in the next 3 minutes. I want to end this live stream. In the next 3 minutes, I'll be back. Yeah.